encouraged by a brief sighting made from a little hill in Virginia. We saw the Pilot Mountain in North Carolina and rejoiced to think that we would soon see the boundary of North Carolina and set foot in on our dear land. Oh, Pilot Mountain. Something about Pilot Mountain let them know that they can set foot on some dear land. It was like a new beginning, man. Ooh, Pilot Mountain. 1755, Fry Jefferson map shows the first depiction of Pilot Mountain in the Sorrowtown Range. It is inaccurate but instructive. Early European settlers called it Mount Ararat after the flood story, or simply the stone head. Now, why do you think they gotta always, just like Prester John, they gotta be like, well, it's a myth, but according to mythology, it's inaccurate but instructive. They ain't gonna tell you why it's inaccurate. They're just gonna say, trust me, man, it's not right, but there is Mount Ararat in North Carolina. And shout out to A Plain Truth. I'm gonna get it again. Drop this gem. I had to look it up. I had to dig on this, man. So, been digging all day, man, on Mount Ararat in this Pilot Mountain situation. It's crazy talk. I mean, we know we in the old world, but when things like this come out, or, been out, you know what I'm saying, and we look at it with a dragonfly perspective. It's amazing the consistencies. It's amazing the validation. It's like you open up one investigation, another investigation opens up. Everything starts to really form a beautiful geometric pattern. We ain't gotta be no scholars and researchers of Harvard and Yale. We just Nagas in the ghetto, Nagas in the project, Nagas in the hood. And we're able to surf the wave on a certain frequency that even their scholars of high academia can't connect. They know some things we don't know, but we also vibe with some things they can't vibe with. You know what I mean? So we can connect things linguistically. Just surf the wave, man. So just check this out, man. We're gonna start the story right here. Beautiful Pilot Mountain. Now you just got that Pilot Mountain was also called Mount Ararat. And if you know Mount Ararat like we know Mount Ararat, according to the book of Genesis chapter 8, that's where Noah's Ark popped off at, right? That's where they hit dry ground. Now, I'm not saying this is the highest point of elevation in North America, but it's one of the highest points in North America. And, Hawaii don't got to set you on the highest point. Hawaii's going to set you on a point that is fruitful for you, right? So it's not about us finding the highest point to say that's where Noah's Ark got to be. It's not that simple, man. It's really like, how fruitful is it? When you look at the waterways of North Carolina, man, and how all that really connects back to the Chickamauga Cherokee as well. I mean, this whole Cherokee story, man, this Karakatan, because the Cherokee is the Karakee or the Karakatan. We're talking about Black Cathay. We're talking about the melanated indigenous people of the Pure Land Promised Land. Now, I ain't tripping, right? This do look like one of those tree stumps, right? I mean, I can't make this stuff up, right? This do look like an ancient tree, according to the way we've been surfing, when mountains were trees. Okay, just keep that in mind. Keep the tree in mind. Keep the tree in mind. I mean, I ain't tripping, right? This dude look like a mighty tree stump. Come on, come on, come on. All right, Jay got our pistol out. So you can tell these are real demonic creatures, right? You can just read their spirit, and they just really seem like they're on demon time. They just invaded somebody's land. The blood is still sizzling on the ground, and they're happy, boss. You see these same type of smiles when they're hanging knockers on trees, and the whole family's watching us being hung on trees. You see the same type of looks and smiles and comfort and delight. Real demonic, man. What you got a pistol out for? You want to shoot you an engine? You want to shoot you some engines? Some Native Americans? Some Nagas? They want to shoot them a nigga? Okay, okay. Oh, fear of bears. Oh, no, I think they want to shoot them an engine. Target. Shoot. These hijacks, man. Look at these hijacks, man. I can't tell what this is. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on right here. I don't know what's going on over there either, man. It's not, I mean, this this frequency ain't ancient to the Americas, right? This is not, this is what we're dealing with. I want y'all to understand what we're dealing with. Now they want to be all about hip hop culture. Now they cool with baggy pants, right? Now this is how they came, man. This is how they came. Oh yeah, man, we're talking Pilot Mountain. It's gonna unlock a lot of things. It's gonna unlock a lot of stuff. Look at this, man. So for the sake of way, my lockers is just popping off. Think of this as the actual location of Noah's Ark. And when you talk about Mount Ararat, you're not, talking about at least biblically speaking, you're not just speaking about one particular mountain per se. You're talking about really a mountain range. So there's a lot of mountains and mountain ranges. We're just trying to zero in. So I'm not saying, oh, this gotta be the mountain, but could it be a part of the mountain range is kind of what we're saying. Back to the understanding that when the flood, hit these great, windows of water, coming in from beneath, from above, everything, right? It's all happening. The water's rising on the flat plain. Not all land gets submerged at the same time. And as the waters go down, not all land appears at the same time. And it appears, that America, in his period, might have come out the primordial waters first. Up to a plain truth.info, man. We're just surfing away, right? Go get the last drop. And that's according to a a Harvard scientist, man, biologist, geologist. America's the old world. We're talking John Louis Rudolph Agassiz. First born among the continents, right? Now, this can only make sense on a flat plane, not a round ball. That's why orientation is so imperative. At first born, now you can see as the water is receding, The lands that are popping out first is where civilization is popping off first. And that's a body bag for the illusion that it's out of Africa theory. Because now you got to prove that they're on some higher elevation, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got the highest mountains popping off here, the biggest trees, tallest tree, everything's popping off, it's letting you know, man, that this is firstborn among continents. And we don't need a Harvard scientist, Harvard, professional, biologist, geologist to let us know, if we know orientation, that not all land is going to appear out of the waters first. So surfing the wave, with this Harvard biologist and geologist, is America the firstborn continent coming out the water? That doesn't make it better than the other places. We saying that it's all connected, it's all happening. Africa, America, all these lands plus many more lands are still connected. That's one body. All right, you don't got to separate the body. We're not in competition. We're just in an investigation to get clarity so that we can all be on the same page, right? The same flow. And stop putting each other down if we say we indigenous. Say, oh, well, you just trying to run it from your Africanness. Nah, we saying this is ancient Africa. This is ancient Egypt. This is the firstborn continent out of the primordial waters. Everybody should get down with that. Everybody should be seeing clearly.